So I just pulled up to the crag, and this is the line we're trying. White Line Fever V4. Problem is all this water. So it starts like on that pocket right there, and then kind of goes up all through those jugs. So we'll see if we can find some logs and rocks and see if we can send it. All right, so I've made a landing of some sort. It's basically to keep my pads above the water. I guess the real problem is, this is the hold you start at. It's pretty good 2-finger. But the problem is the feet are just terrible. And the foot you want to use is just like completely wet. So we'll see. It looks like 3 hard moves into like a jug top out. So yeah, this kind of worries me. Okay, so I added a bunch of rocks. Should be better. This area is still super muddy, so I think the play is gonna be put my blubber over all this wet stuff and then kind of sinking my pads back here. And that should hopefully work. We'll see. All right, so this is probably about as good as it's gonna get. I think the crux is really low, so I think if I were to fall, the highest I would probably fall is like there and down. But hopefully, it says the top out is jugs, so we'll see about that. I know the guidebook sandbags sometimes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was so sketchy. I broke so many holes. Wow. The whole entire top is sloped. It's like dirt. Wow. Oh my gosh. That was probably one of the dumber things I've done. The start turned out really cool up until that jug. I actually found like dry feet, But then after I grabbed that jug, everything just started crumbling and breaking. I don't know if you can see it on video, but nothing I was grabbing was stable. It was just kind of it was a toss-up for all of it. And then the top was just filled with dirt, pretty featureless and just sloped. I also found out the way I was climbing this way, I looked down and there's no shot I was gonna land on the pad, so falling wasn't really an option. Yeah, pretty scary. All right, so here's the holds on Quannum Bump. You start on Virginia Creeper, which is this 2-finger and this like non-hold. Move up to this mono. Then after this is when you do the huge span to this tiny edge. I mean, it's pretty bad. Like, yeah, it's quite bad. You bump it to this, slopey, bit better, and then recycle back to the bad one, and then you get this like crimp flake, and finish the slab. You get pretty good feet. Pretty much the whole climb kind of uses this pretty good foot right there, and then, I don't know, pretty hard.